Howdy, howdy, howdy. My name is Inachi Sasuke, and welcome back to the Backrooms. So, there's a reason why it's been this long since I did a Backrooms video. One of the reasons is I was told that there's a different website I could have been using, which is the Wikidot, the same website I use, well, the same, I guess, platform that I use for D&D and also the SCP Foundation. So I was going to check that out. But that's not the reason why it's been so long. The reason it's been so long is, remember when I got to the Deathmoth and was bummed out that there was not like a picture of the Deathmoth? So the first thing is, when I got to the Wikidot, one of the first things I checked was to see whether or not there was any pictures of the adult Deathmoth on this website. I believe it was in here. There's male and female Deathmoths, which lead to this picture right here. So before I found out there was an actual picture and was subsequently bummed out by it, I did actually have an idea of what I thought a Deathmoth should look like. And so I got a commission of it. This is what I imagine a adult male Deathmoth would look like, because Death Metal Moth. The artist that I got it from, they are Luster DJ on Twitter. They are Julia Thornton. I got their permission to show you guys this. There's even a time lapse right here. I don't know how long the time lapse is. A minute. Okay, let's look at that minute-long time lapse. Because I haven't actually watched the time lapse yet. I got the picture and I saved it to my computer to show it to you guys, but figured it would be a much better way to credit the artist if I showed it to you on their Twitter itself. I'm not sure if it's supposed to have any sound or not, because I'm not hearing anything. As the wings just appear. When I was doing the preliminary research into getting this commission, I did find out that there is actually a moth in existence, that the fluffy female version of the moth is white and the male version is black. So that was perfect for this. Okay, so that was that whole time lapse. So that being said, the person they do have commissions open right now. They, as of, what day was this? As of the 14th, they said they had 4 slots open, and I haven't seen that change. But that's how I got this commission, because there was emergency commissions up and I went ahead and jumped on that. But in any case, now that I've been able to show you guys that, now I'm ready to continue going through the Backrooms wiki or whatever. And I'm doing it on this website because the Wikidot arguably has worse ads than the fandom website, and this browser has ad block. The reason I say that is because the fandom website, the problem wasn't what the ads were, it was just how they were implemented. Wikidot, every now and then, at least when I'm doing it through the D&D page, I don't know if the Backrooms has this problem, but the D&D page does. Sometimes the ads are just straight up ads for hentai dojin, and I don't want to risk that happening. Also, it looks like this article is currently being rewritten. I don't know if that means I can't see it right now. Let's find out. It's still here, alright. So, Level 4, Survival Difficulty Class 1, Safe, Secure, Minimal Entity Count. Level 4 is the 5th level of the Backrooms, due to the first level being level 0, which was a tutorial level. This is the level where almond water can be found most frequently. Oh, maybe this website's going to tell us what that is. Object 1, almond water. A typical bottle of almond water. They come in many different bottles. This one was discovered in level 5. But you just said level 4. Whatever. Almond water is a substance found in levels across the Backrooms. It is a critical source of hydration and slight nutritional value. It is a sweet almond vanilla flavored water that can be found in bottles of several different types, typically without a brand or label on them. Almond water can be found in clear water bottles, metal water bottles, glass wine bottles, and even cartons. It can be traded for, traded with, and used to repel entities and to cure some ailments. Alright. Identifying almond water. The Backrooms can house several liquids, and many of them are not safe to drink or even touch. If you're unsure if a liquid is safe to drink, don't touch it and wait until you come across almond water. Almond water has a distinct, albeit faint, smell of vanilla and rose water. It has a subtle taste of sweet, watery almond butter. If it does not exhibit these qualities, then it isn't clearly fresh water. Avoid it. On some levels, almond water can flow out of pipes or even fountains. However, this is rare. Make sure you properly identify any liquid before you consume it. Other uses of almond water. For whatever reason, almond water can sometimes treat ailments, such as neutralizing the effects of hostile entities. It can also help maintain one's health. Some examples of uses of almond water include helping with the symptoms of the disease, stopping someone from becoming a wretch, and possibly saving someone affected by the splat, though this is unconfirmed. It can also be used to maintain your focus, especially when facing entities like the Watchers, and possibly preventing an encounter with the Beast of level 5. Lastly, almond water can be used to tame some entities, including the Deathmoths and Jerry. Jerry? We'll find out who Jerry is. We know who the Deathmoths are, so it sounds like if you just like huck a bottle of almond water at a Deathmoth, they'd be like, yeah, water. They probably won't do it like that. That's just what my Deathmoth would do. Who I still have to come up with a name for him. I forgot I had to come up with a name for that guy. Damn. Anyway, my Deathmoth like, yeah, almond water. But normal Deathmoths, I guess, would just kind of hover over to it and just do whatever moths do to drink water, I guess. I wonder if this is Jerry like Tom and Jerry or Jerry like Rick and Morty Jerry. Anyway, sources of almond water. The best way to obtain it is on level 4, where it is abundant. Here it can be found in water coolers, vending machines, and water fountains. Almond water can also be found on numerous other levels, including 10, 11, 18, 28, and 29. It can also be obtained through trading, such as in level 6.1. That sounds like a radio station. Otherwise, almond water can be found in many, many levels of the Backrooms. The easiest way to tell if almond water is nearby is if people are nearby. Now I just kind of hope that somebody made a Backrooms game that's just about the almond water. I don't know what you would do with that. Or I guess, I mean, at the very least, a Backrooms game where if you're being chased by an entity, it's an entity that you can defend yourself from it with almond water. So the object of the game is not to beat the monster or to really escape the monster, but to find enough almond water so that it stops chasing you and then will help you deal with the next monster of the next level of the Backrooms you get to. So I guess it would be like, okay, you're being chased. Find 5 bottles of almond water before it gets you to pacify it so that it can come with you to the next level or something. I don't know. If I knew how to program, maybe I'd make it, but I don't know how to do that. Anyway, back to level 4. It's kind of difficult to click things after I changed the size and color of the arrow. I changed my cursor, so now it's bigger than the word description right here, or at least the first letter of it. And it's bright blue now, so I stopped losing it between screens. But it's a little difficult to click on the things in this specific browser. Anyway. Level 4 resembles an empty office building. Would you please scroll for me, website, level 4. Level 4, why is the scroll wheel not working? Let's reload. Is the other? Okay. Browser's having a little bit of a problem. Did I break the website? Or is my mouse having problems? Did my scroll wheel die? Why is my scroll wheel dead? Okay, I guess we're going old school and pushing the arrow key. Level 4 resembles an empty office building, though it is almost completely devoid of furniture. Some rooms on this level have windows, though most of them have been completely blacked out. Any windows that have not been blacked out are considered traps and should be avoided at all costs. Well, what's up with that? Entity 2, the windows. Alright, well, it's not that long of an article. What's up with the windows? Let me drink some water first, because my mouth is like... I guess that's the sound for me being parched now. But, the windows are creatures in the shape of a window. The window has a figure inside, always pointing at the target. Like pointing, or aiming. If the target is unaware of the creature, it will attack immediately. Windows will generally appear on level 1 and level 2, or through level 2, although mainly on level 1. Some windows are safe when there's no shadowy figure behind them. Some can lead to level 1.5. The windows start by pointing in the direction of a wanderer, and whispers tell the wanderer to enter the window. Once close enough, the entity will grab you and pull you in, even if the window is closed. It is rumored that it is just an empty void on the other side, even if it shows land on the other side. Biology. These windows can come in many different shapes and sizes, and the same goes for the shadowy figures behind them. The shadowy figures always look human and will whisper to wanderers to lure them into this trap. There is currently no actual first report about the windows at the moment, but the group known as the Lost has referred to them as the men behind the glass. The do's and don'ts. Do. Avoid all windows at all costs. Don't. Do not trust any window in any level if a figure is behind it. If the windows want you to follow them, do not agree to do so. What was Entity 1? Oh, Entity 1 is just a list of the entities. Why is my scroll wheel not working? Hang on, I gotta find out what. Well, that was dumb. So apparently, at some point after I started recording, my mouse had an update, so the scroll wheel stopped working. That's dumb. It was so quick to solve that I honestly probably should have just done it in the video, because now I have an extra step of editing I have to do just to have found out that my mouse had an update and my computer is stupid. Anyway, the entities 1 is just a list of entities, and it doesn't even really seem to be that many of them. Oh, there's normal entities and then enigmatic entities, which goes to a different page. So the windows are number 2, number 3 is the Smilers, number 4 is the Deathmoths, and there is no number 1 because I don't know. Level 0 is level 1, and level 4 is level 5, and entity 1 is just the page of what entities are. Who taught these people what numbers do? Anyway, don't trust the windows. Level 4 is mostly devoid of entities. Hounds and dullers are the only ones that have been observed. One person claimed they saw a Smiler, but no evidence exists. Because of this lack of beings, there are lots of people on level 4. Scattered around this level, water coolers, vending machines, and fountains containing almond water can be found. Level 4 is very easy to escape from and also to return to. Level 4 is the best place to meet other people and find supplies. Before attempting to move on to the next levels, you should stock up on almond water. You will need it, especially in level 5 and level 6. That's ominous. Echo, can you actually get water from almonds?
Here's something I found on the web. According to milkgenomics.org, after almonds are soaked in water and ground up, the mixture is strained so that the almond pulp remains behind and the almond water is collected, almost like making almond tea.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if you heard that, but apparently almond water is actually a thing, despite the fact that the last time I tried to Google it, it brought me straight to the Backrooms, so make of that what you will, I guess. Bases, outposts, and communities. The major explorer group Base Omega. This is the second main base of the Meg. This is where the other half of the group's teams live. Close to one of the entrances is level 5 and 6, the base is heavily guarded. Amora Incrementum. This group is a religious cult that worships agriculture. The group is one of the smallest groups in the Backrooms, having only 10 members. The only plants they grew were various species of mold harvested from walls in level 0 and 1. They're incredibly hostile and not normally up for trade unless you have religious objects such as objects depicting Jesus or other religious entities, in which case they most likely would be willing to trade. To be determined. The group likes to hoard various objects and items for themselves. There's very small, there's only 6 people. They will ignore you unless you try to interact with them. They only trade for really strange things that don't have a function. Entrances and exits. Entrances. There are many ways to reach this level, Ed Boy. Some of them, most known ways are to no-clip into a wall in the hub. You can also get here from level 3 using the elevators or by finding a door on level 2. That is unlocked. Falling through the pit in level 283 has the chance of teleporting divers through the ceiling of level 4. The exits, it has occasional exits that lead to 5 and 6. Most of them take the form of office-style stairways or occasional elevators that may even lead back to 3. As with almost all exits in the backrooms, once you lose a direct line of sight with it, it may disappear unexpectedly. So, like, if you're looking at a staircase and then you hear something, you turn your head and then look back, there just won't be a staircase anymore? Okie dokie. I'm parched again. I'm not sure why I'm getting this parched. Maybe because it's summer and I haven't eaten yet. I had considered having my first Red Bull ever while recording this, but on the off chance that it makes my heart stop, I'd rather not. Okay, so level 5 has a survival difficulty of class 2. It is unsafe, but it is secure and there's a low amount of entities. And also 5 is 6. It seems to be an infinite hotel. Not the has-been hotel, there's a difference. Description: Level 5 is an infinite hotel complex with many rooms and halls. The level itself seems to have been constructed in the 1930s, with furniture dating back to 1920. There are 3 main areas in Level 5 that are fully accessible. The surroundings of Level 5 are littered with decorations and furniture from the early 20th century, the main hall being the most object-populated area of Level 5. The level is mostly clean with little dust and dirt lingering on surfaces. It seems to clean itself, as unclean spots seem to disappear only a few minutes after. The oddly pristine floors and well-cared areas make Level 5 utterly unsettling compared to other levels close by. It's unsettling because it's clean. Okay. Smooth jazz plays quietly throughout the halls via vintage turntables and vintage speakers hooked up to a, I guess probably also vintage sound system throughout the level. The choice and switching of music seem to be random and out of place, and it is unknown how this feat is completed. Level 5 is fairly mysterious and infamous for its strange noises that can be heard. What, the jazz? I guess it can be pretty strange. Such as distant party chatter that can be heard on the other side of walls. People have reported that there's an unseen presence watching them around every corner. Probably hotel security. Reports had mentioned whispering noises incoherently behind them, something tapping their shoulder when they're alone, and the supposed watching eyes from the aged paintings scattered about. Okay, so it's a Scooby-Doo episode. Throughout Level 5 are 3 main areas that are listed below. The main hall. This area is the main section of Level 5 and is the most common area to discover. The walls are covered in green slime, mahogany red and gold ornate wallpaper. Wanderers have even reported that the wallpaper having faces that can stare at you. Wanderers have reported that the wallpaper having faces. Okay, I read that right. However, the authenticity of these reports is questionable. That is a weird sentence that I apparently cannot highlight at all. The floors can come in many variations, such as dark walnut wood, white marble, and exotic red and gold carpets. The halls themselves are very furnished in the previously mentioned decorations, including bookshelves, cabinets, antique sofas, and much more. The walls of the main hall have antique candle holders scattered across the halls, some of which are actually electric lamps and not wax candles. They're supposed to be hot wax candles? Which can produce a constant buzz similar to level 0. Most rooms in this area are empty, but some have fully furnished living quarters that are capable of sustaining life. Doors in this area are labeled with gold placards with a room number, which seem to be random. Many of these doors are locked, but some have miraculously unlocked over time. Some can even open and close randomly. This area of level 5 also holds many elevator shafts, which can range from modern elevators to antique elevators with a copper cage. Inside the elevator, contraptions are many buttons that can lead to floors 1 to 382. Accessing floors 1 to 12 will lead to another part of level 5 on the same floor, and not another floor. 13 or higher will result in death or disappearance. It is unknown what is above level 12. The Beverly Room, also known as the Eternal Ballroom, seems to be the main hub area in level 5. Not the main hall? Okay. The room itself is very spacious, with many doors on all sides. The amount seems to be random, and one wanderer reported hundreds of doors on the walls, floor, and ceiling. The room only contains a small fanciful table in the center, illuminated by a large chandelier. Let's see, large chandelier. The contents of the table include many drinks and an unfinished game of mahjong. Yeah, finishing those can be a pain sometimes. Attempts at finishing the game were unsuccessful, as most have been affected by this object, feeling forced to stay away from it. The doors of this area will either lead to the main hall or the boiler room, with the main hall being the most common occurrence. Entrances to this room will be labeled with a small silver placard reading, "The Beverly Room." The boiler room. This area of level 5 is fairly large and is cluttered due to the mass amount of old machinery placed within. The area contains large vintage machinery, as mentioned before, and large industrial piping littering the walls, all intertwined, which causes the layout to be very claustrophobic. Exhaust valves line the pipes on the walls, as almond water seems to flow through the pipes. The pressure of the water seems to cause the pipes to leak. The temperature of this area is fairly hot, as boiler rooms do, and most surfaces are dry, as boiler rooms don't. Steam fills the air as the machines run continuously. Most rooms are filled with boilers, some have furnaces. The noises heard here are mostly loud machinery or almond water dripping from the pipes. You say that like almond water drips from pipes differently than normal water. Wanderers report faint whispering emitting from the large smoking furnaces. Investigations are ongoing. Maintenance elevators are present, but it is not advised to use them. Reports of a fourth area have been found, and the area was named the lobby room. No one knows how to enter, as wanderers that have experienced this anomaly claim that "you're not supposed to know." The sentence most likely means that you were unable to remember how they entered the area. The witnesses have lost all memory of this room in the span of a few weeks. In fact, many of us have already entered the room. The investigations into this area by the Meg are ongoing. Normal entities are fairly scarce in level 5. However, there is a large population of Deathmoths that have crested nests all around this level. This level is considered to be one of the many central hives of these entities. Most fly out of dark rooms swarming the halls. Level 5 contains a mixture of both male and female Deathmoths, which the females are known to be dangerous. Luckily, the females seem to stay in their nests and do not leave normally. However, they are more common in level 5. The only other entities that are known to appear in level 5 are hounds, woodland skin stealers, watchers, growlers, and death rats. There were reports of Entity 89, also known as Ants, as well as a report of a Wrangler in the boiler room. Is it a Jeep Wrangler? Entity 26, also known as Samantha, can occasionally be found wandering level 5 in the main hall. If you plan to approach Samantha, be sure to bring some high-quality meat. But enough of all that chatter, I'm sure you're bored out of your mind already! Why don't you come to my office? I'd like to have a chat with you. No need to go further here. What? 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 Oh, what? Entity 18. The Beast of level 5. Habitat, right where I need to be. Come in, I implore you. Ah, you're here. I was expecting you. I hope I didn't startle you too badly. I would just like to have a little talk between the two of us, on business terms, of course. I know you've had a few questions for me. Some you've tried to answer yourself, though I'm sure nothing beats talking to the real deal. No need for names, don't worry. I know very well who you are. What is it you call me again? The Beast of level 5. Goodness! Talk about a way to treat your business partner. Why not the Gentleman of level 5? Ah, well, I guess it's pointless to dwell on that. If it works for you, then I suppose it works for me. This is my hotel, my domain, if you will. Nice, isn't it? I hope I didn't give you too much trouble, or did you give you much trouble? Having run a place like this for so long, I try my best to keep it in its best shape. You're scared, aren't you? That's alright. I can't imagine what you've might have gone through to get here. How about this? I can help you. Let's strike a deal, you and I. It'll be our little secret. You just have to do a few things for me, nothing too difficult, and I promise you'll never have to feel that fear ever again. I promise. Do's and don'ts. Don't be afraid to shake my hand now. A deal's a deal, right? There's no need to be so worried. I am a man of my word. Don'ts. Why are you doubting me? Oh. Now what's all this about? What's all what about? Oh. Ending number 18. I thought I made it clear not to doubt me. Okay, that closes. Habitat level 5. Don't go in there. Don't even fucking think of going in there. Whoops. Description. Entity 18 isn't to be fucking trusted. I don't care how nice he makes himself sound or how much he assures you you can trust him. He's going to watch you until can see you break. Don't trust the portraits or the patterns in the wall. They're all lies. They're all fucking lies. No matter how short your stay is in there, he can see everything. He can smell your fear, and he'll use that to his advantage. It's too fucking late for me. I can't fix this. I'm not finishing my end of this dumb deal. I don't care anymore. I'm done. I don't even know why I'm writing this. Maybe as some desperate final plea. They don't even believe me. I guess this will just have to show him. Behaviors. He only makes himself seen to those he wants to be seen by. If you spot that thing out of the corner of your eye, it's already too fucking late. You don't discover him. He discovers you. Dudes, just get out of there. Get out of there. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to his voice. Don't look at the portraits on the wall. Okay, so that happened. Anyway, bases, outposts, and communities. Meg. Protect things. Homely Hotel. This group has a running hotel service in level 5. They're set up in the main hall with custom signs leading to their area. They're open to new wanderers to fill their applications to stay. They have an active food and room service to keep the wanderers safe. This is their first base, with their second being in level 11. A third base of the Homely Hotel operates in level 230. The Originals. The Originals are a group of people set up in one of the Beverly rooms. The group is comprised of people that had entered the Backrooms from the span of 1300 and 1940. They will only accept new members if they are from the previously mentioned time period. Mostly keep to themselves, but will trade on occasion. Although they tend to stay away from large factions. There are around 31 members, some noteworthy members are fairly historical, such as the likes of Amelia Earhart, Dorothy Arnold, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, Astor Forth, Captain Edward Smith, and many more. The Lost Hall Society. This group was created by an unknown entity species. The population is unknown, located in a wing of the level filled with libraries. It was rumored that they spend most of their time collecting, studying, and debating over historical and geographical information, and had a reputation for their vast collection of tomes, maps, and other media containing a wealth of knowledge. High value to any wanderers in need of information, or just about anything, as their work is still here to this day. Entrances and exits. To enter, find an old stairway level 4, an elevator in level 3, a damaged door level 19, survive the eroded state in 126, some of the unlocked doors in 54 can lead here, houses in level 10 might go here, a door in the entrance hall in level 82 rarely leads here, some of the doors in 92 will go here, the same can be done if you do not leave an apartment in event 3, certain doors in level 4.2, which is what? Class 0. Safe, secure, devoid of entities. How do you even get to the points? Other than what I just did. It's not that important. Exits. To exit, turn around and go back up the stairs. To re-enter 3. Get back on the elevator to re-enter 4. Travel deep into the boiler room to get to 6. Although this is not advised due to the extreme heat. Taking a dark wooden door can go to 9. Finding an open door on the wall, floor, or ceiling that has a forest ceiling will lead to 63. Enter a metal door to enter level 98 in the main hall. If flickering lights occur in unison, then a wooden door will appear. Open it to transport yourself to level 27. Playing an arcade cabinet in the boiler room will lead you to level 40. Enter an air-like door within the boiler room to enter level 78. A large wooden gate rarely found in the Beverly room can go to 84, and a wing of the hotel secured by the... Where did I get the word right from? I must have seen it somewhere. A wing of the hotel secured by a Meg will lead to level 171. Now let's see what level 6 is. Survival difficulty pending? Safety undetermined, unsecured, presence of entities undetermined. An attempt at a hand-drawn map seemingly documented from memory. The creator's whereabouts are unknown. Then where did they get the map? Well, it's the 6th level, which is also it's 6-7. Description. Very little is known about the actual structure of level 6, as the level is shrouded in total and complete darkness. Absolutely no light permeates this level, and light sources brought into the level have no function. Navigation of level 6 is carried out by feeling one's way through the darkness, which has revealed that the level is comprised of a seemingly endless series of tight hallways, made of a smooth, cold material, likely concrete. Is concrete cold? I guess sometimes. In addition to being permanently dark, level 6 is also eerily silent, akin to a soundproof room. To explore level 6 is to subject oneself to a slow journey through complete darkness, total silence, and utter isolation. As such, most people who have spent more than a few minutes in level 6 have reported feelings of paranoia, dread, anxiety, and rising tension due to the unknowable nature of what may lie in the darkness around them. Several witnesses have also reported occasional auditory hallucinations, such as scuttling sounds, breathing, or whispering. Those who have spent extended time in level 6 recall feeling as though they are the only ones unable to see. Level 6 is largely regarded as one of the most dangerous early levels in the Backrooms. However, investigations have shown that as of now, no entities have been found on this level. Citation needed. Despite this, few people seem to leave level 6. The reason for this is unknown, and that's crossed out now. Basis outposts and communities. The world's quietest room. An outpost only rumored to exist, the world's quietest room is supposedly an unspecified hallway level 6 occupied by a single person, citation needed, who claims to have discovered a light switch. Any attempts to talk to this person have been unsuccessful, as they continuously beg any onlookers to flip the switch. Any wanderers who discover this outpost, if it exists, are advised not to flip the light switch. Mimicry. A community of around 4 people who claim to have adapted to the darkness. Each of these 4 unknown individuals has proven to be able to mimic any sound they hear perfectly, including voices. This community is to be avoided as much as possible. They have become aware of the threat they pose. Entrances and exits. Level 6 can be accessed through the boiler room in level 5. Any other entrances have yet to be discovered. Explorers are advised to use the boiler room as a base of operations, and to make frequent return missions. Exits, exploring deep enough into level 6 can lead to a stairwell down to level 7. The easiest way to find this stairwell is to listen for the faint sound of waves. Taking a wrong turn at Albuquerque at an indeterminate point in the level may block off access to level 7, and indeed the entrance back to level 5. Proceed with caution. Archives show note left outside the entrance to level 6. A couple of days ago, I saw someone rush out of the entrance to level 6. Well, rush is a strong word. He limped. His left eye was missing, he was clutching his chest, and one of his legs was clearly broken horribly and trailing blood. It looked like he shouldn't have been alive, and from the sound of what he was saying, he didn't think so either. He said he'd been attacked. That much was obvious, but the nature of what attacked him was particularly unnerving to me. Whatever it was, it screamed at him to get away from it before pinning him to the ground and clawing at him. He said it felt like human fingers. He said it sounded like a human voice. I don't know where he is now. Some Meg operatives whisked him away to get his wounds treated. Maybe he lived. Maybe he didn't. But seeing that guy come out of that level in that shape, I still think about it. There aren't supposed to be any entities, right? So picture this. You're in a dark room. You can't see. There's no noise. Hell, you don't even know what it's made out of. Imagine you're in there for a while, say 5 hours. And every so often, you hear a little noise, like something's moving nearby. Wouldn't you start wondering what's going on? What might be going around you that you don't know about? Wouldn't it start to eat at you a little after a while? Then, by hour 5, what would you do if something bumped into you? Even if it was a person, you wouldn't know that, would you? You wouldn't stop to consider what it might be. Rationality went out the window at hour 3. You just need to survive. And maybe you'd walk away from it all, not knowing what horrible things you'd done in that darkness. Level 6 isn't dangerous because there's something there. It's dangerous because there's nothing there. Citation needed. So it sounds like the note's implying that the entire issue is that the paranoia causes the people down there to basically be the entities themselves? And so he probably got attacked by a person that was panicking? But that's a hell of an amount of damage to take from a person who's panicking. Let's see. Missing eye, clutching his chest, clearly broken, trailing blood. That's a lot for someone going, "Get away from me!" when they didn't even, do anything. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this episode here because it's easy to remember that I'm on level 6 since I did 3 levels just like before, technically. Level 4 is under rewrite, so who knows when that's going to change. I want to leave a link in the description. I keep almost saying subscription. I'm going to leave a link in the description to the Twitter account of who I got that art commission from, so you can check them out. And then also a link specifically to the tweet where their commissions are open. If you like this video, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you didn't, you need to do either one of those things. If you want to click the bell, you can do that as well so that you're notified of future uploads. I did finally find the thing that tells me how many people are subscribed versus how many people are not subscribed, and it's something like 82% of the people who watch my content are not subscribed. And like I said, I can't make you if you don't want to, but that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. So, yeah, have a good one, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.